We start with the weather impact alert for the region. We want to show you a live look at downtown Sacramento, where we've seen a mix of heavy rain and some moments of sunshine. And in the Sierra, whiteout conditions for most of the day with multiple spinouts.
And so we do have team coverage tracking rain and flooding in the valley to travel conditions with snow in the Sierra. But we start with Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods with more on what to expect tonight.
All right, well, we are tracking that radar. As you can see, a big line of rain pushing through the valley right now for the evening commute. In the foothills, it's also rain in the Sierra. As you saw from that live picture, it is snow near whiteout conditions where we're seeing some pretty good snow piling up right now. Here's a closer perspective in downtown Sacramento. We've seen periods of moderate to heavy rainfall. A lot of that actually came through during the overnight hours with the strongest gusts as well. Now, we have seen a few thunderstorms as well. And you can see that red box right there. That's a flash flood warning over towards Merced because of brief heavy downpours and the potential for some flash flooding in through parts of that region. Now, as we take a look a little bit higher up, you can see areas of rain in the foothills. But again, it's all about the snow for this year, and it will be the bigger impact heading into tonight and tomorrow. As you can see, though, look at the extent of this powerful winter storm all the way from Seattle southward towards Los Angeles and San Diego. Wind advisory in effect through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We have the lingering winter storm warning in effect through tomorrow evening, as well as this flood watch in effect through tomorrow evening. We're still looking at some minor trouble spots here and a little closer perspective flood advisory for about the next 15 minutes or so because of minor flooding in those nuisance areas as well as creeks and streams. Temperatures have stayed in the 50s, 30s up top, so it's not a very warm system for us. We're still seeing that snow coming down tonight through early tomorrow, taking it through our Valentine's Day. We'll see the valley finally starting to clear, but those snow showers hang on until the early evening.
All right, Monica, thank you. And like she mentioned, some localized flooding is happening around Northern California, making for some difficult driving conditions.
Yeah, ABC 10's Devin Truby spoke to Sacramento County officials about the areas of concern, and she joins us now live.
Yeah, and Devin, we can see a lot of water behind you, a scene drivers don't want to come upon. Where are you?
Yeah, Laura, we are out here on Scott Road, and let's take a look at all that water like you mentioned. And we're starting to see those road closed signs going up, even though trucks are going to make their way through. I have a feeling that's because this is actually one of the least flooded areas. This water coming across from Little Dry Creek. If you go less than a quarter mile down the road, you've got Dry Creek flooding out the roadways, which is what these vehicles just figured out, that they cannot pass that. So now they are turning back and coming this way. This, of course, is not advised. The saying goes, turn around, don't drown, and that is what is always recommended by county officials. But this is not the first time that we have tried to see vehicles surpass these flooded roadways. Go ahead and take a look at what we saw earlier today as well.
It comes down to whether or not we get a lot of water in a short amount of time. The ground is pretty dry, but for us, if we end up getting 2 to 3 inches in a 24-hour period, our systems could become overtaxed, and then we could see backup in our systems and street flooding. That's our biggest concern.
Further down the road, closer to Rancho Marietta, that's where Dry Creek has flooded the roadway. It's also knocked down the barbed wire fence, which is why those trucks could not cross and had to turn around and come back. Now, the rain rate is what Sacramento County is most concerned about this evening, but they're saying that the breaks in the rain that we've experienced earlier today is what has been crucial, allowing that ground to go ahead and dry out. Now, Sacramento County tells us if you come across road conditions like this, do what we decided to do. We turned around. We didn't cross because, as the saying goes, turn around, don't drown. And if you see any flooding like this or standing water, you're asked to report it to 311. Reporting live in Sacramento County, Devin Truby, ABC 10.
Excellent advice, Devin. Turn around, don't drown. This flooding is very serious. You don't know how deep the water is or what exactly is in it. Stay safe out there. Devin, thank you.
And the roads in the Sierra have been dangerous much of the day as well. Take a look at these pictures from CHP Quincy. Look at that. A car lot lost control on icy roads, and you can see the guardrail going through the car. Thankfully, the 19-year-old driver is expected to survive. And in Oregon, want to show you a major interstate is now shut down near Portland because of this accident in whiteout conditions. Police say more than 100 vehicles were involved, including an SUV that caught fire. The people inside were able to escape, and we do have reports of people trapped in vehicles. Many injuries have also been reported. Portions of westbound 84 have been closed with no ETA on reopening.
Speaking of the snow, we go now to the Sierra and check in on ABC 10's Garsh Sangha, who's along Interstate 80, where travel has been so challenging with all the snowy conditions.
And Garsh, Paul, we can see the snow coming down even as we speak. How are things going tonight?
Yeah, Chris and Laura, this snow has really picked up over the past 5 minutes. But before that, as soon as that snow would hit the ground, it would turn into water. And that's why you have that snow water mix on the roadways. All this condition that you're seeing is what drivers are facing on I-80 here along Cisco Grove. And at times it has been challenging. So this is what we're dealing with around 5,600 feet, but around 7,200 feet. Let's go and show you that video. Whiteout conditions that drivers have been dealing with. And that is why at times, due to spinouts, I-80 has had to be closed, and so this is near Donner Summit, around 7,200 feet. Some cars are having a hard time gaining traction on the roadways near the summit, which explains some of those spinouts. Now, Caltrans has discouraged driving during this storm and are preparing as much as they can.
There, we've got about 200 pieces of equipment between I-80 and the 50 corridor. The only thing we would change is if we had to bring additional staffing up from the valley.
And remember, the roads are extremely icy, and if you must drive through the Sierra, take it slow, increase your following distance. Again, take it slow. Back out here live. Again, we're here at the Chevron station here at Cisco Grove. This is one of many equipments that Caltrans has been having in this area. So right now they're fueling up before they go back out there, clearing these roads. So this storm has recently picked up again. Usually it was that ice water mix, but that snow is picking up here at 5,600 feet. But if you don't need to be out here, don't. Reporting live near Cisco Grove, Garsh Sangha, ABC 10.
Okay, Garsh, Paul, you be safe as well. Meanwhile, I want you to take a look at this. A woman and her dogs were able to survive after a big tree fell on their RV, cutting it in half. It happened at the Nevada County Fairgrounds. The Nevada County Consolidated Fire Department says it took them about 20 minutes to rescue the woman and her dogs. The good news is no one was hurt. And for more weather updates, just head over to the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. You can find extended forecasts, live radar, and much more. ABC 10 Plus is free to download on your TV.